Hello and welcome to
On Time for Mom Time,
where you're right on time. We are your hosts. I am Brittany Pelletz.
And I am Stacie Lopez. We are back for another edition of On Time for Mom Time. And this week, we get to welcome a very fun artist. She's full of creativity, Miss Cal.
Yes,
Mishay.
Calina Mishay, but
Mishay.
better known as Cal.
She goes by Cal. We'll call her Cal.
And
that's her
you
name.
see her initials on lots of places
Famous.
in Abilene,
Yeah.
the big country. Welcome to On Time for Mom Time.
Thanks, guys.
I'm so excited you're here.
I am too. I am too.
So we love your art and everything, but one of the reasons why we invited you is because outside of artist, you are a mom of 3 children.
I am. Thanks
Tell us
for
about your
reminding me.
And because you forgot, I
Yeah.
know. You sit down in here, you're
They're just
relaxed.
everywhere. They're like raccoons. They're all over the place. You know what I mean? No, so I have a 17-year-old that's going to be a senior this year, or she is a senior this year. And then 16. She just made it to state cross country the other day.
Ooh,
Go
saw your
girl.
video.
Be down
That's
there.
exciting.
I know. She's awesome. And the little man who is, I think, 11. 10 or 11.
10 or 11, the baby.
Once they get to a certain age, you're
You
like,
just
I don't know
stop
how old you
counting.
are.
I don't want to
Tell
do
me
the
how
math.
old
I don't
you
even
are.
know how
Yeah.
old I am. My
That's
birthday's
fine.
in 2 days. I don't know.
Happy
30
early
Yes,
birthday.
I know. Happy early
Thank
Happy early birthday.
Celebrating with you guys.
I
Yes,
know.
we're happy to have you here. Of course, well, let's talk about being a mom, and you've got a unique job.
You do.
Let's talk a little bit about the balance of that.
Yeah, so I travel and I do street art murals. Before that, I was a behavior analyst. I worked with kids with autism and did ABA therapy. And I guess really my take on being a mom, if like we get to the nitty gritty, is just, to me, it's so different. So being on this podcast just makes me kind of laugh. It's like fate loves irony. My kids would be like, oh my gosh, what is she doing?
Oh, I know.
Because it hasn't been an easy journey for me, but we have definitely found a way that it makes it work for us. And like, I love my kids so much. They are the coolest, and they are just so full of life and like their own interests and passions. And like, I have never had a season with any of them that were like, we don't want you here, we want you back. It's always just been like, oh, mom's here, like, come to the friend table, like, but I feel like we've always been that way. We set the tone of being crazy and of being kind of a free spirit, like young.
Yes.
And maybe because I knew that was always going to be a part of them at some level. So they've really rolled with the punches really well. Like my dad actually lives with me in Stanford, and we have like a little back section for him. So when I hit the road, he's usually there kind of like being the stable person when I'm gone and doing stuff. But it's just, even that is just so unique, like having grandparents around.
Yes.
Like, I'm just, guys,
support
I am
system.
so anti the American way of doing most things, and like family and kids. I've just seen a different side of it, and I would love to like, I don't think it's a shoe that would fit for everybody, but if there's someone out there who feels that way, like, gosh, there's so much that I could just be like, it's going to be okay.
It's not a one size fits all.
It's not.
What
Motherhood is
works
not.
for one
It's
person
not.
doesn't. And there are different seasons of our lives too. And I know you've got both of you with 17-year-olds.
I know.
You
Almost there.
probably parent much differently now for your younger guys than your oldest. And, there are seasons and chapters, and we're evolving, growing. They are too. And so it's all a roller coaster,
And
really.
I do want to ask about your kids too, though, because you are an artist, obviously. Did they get those genes? Do they
Yes.
do the art with you? I mean, what does that look like? Or are they totally opposite of what you do?
Oh, man. They're all crazy. They don't know. They may not know it yet, but I see it in them.
Yeah.
I think people that know me, like in my personal life, they would be like, artist is like one of the least things that they probably see me as, to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm just a free spirit. I'm just if I can see the beauty in something, I want to be barefoot. And if it's muddy, or if we're bringing home a baby animal or whatever it is. And so we've done that since they were little bitty. Like, they just remember, if like the girls were coming to stay with me, they just remember it being like, we don't know what's going to be there when we get there. Like,
What's
Their
mom
mo-
got up her
Yeah,
sleeve?
100%, like,
That's fun.
I love
and
it.
it's cute because now I see them, those are the stories they're telling their friends
Mhm.
and things like that, even though if I'm not around all the time. And that's the thing is like, it's not perfect scenario where, you know, we have the perfect holidays or we see each other on the daily. It's not like that. But the time that we spend together, we've always been like very intentional. Like the phone goes away. Like we may only have 8 hours to hang out with each other, but it's an intense 8 hours. Like
Quality.
we're there and we're in it. And so even when they were younger, they would come home and like Maddox's birthday one time, we had like sheets and all this stuff, and it was like a gypsy wonderland. But we had one of those huge rabbits, those Plymouth giant rabbits. They're like 40 pounds, and like had an Alice in Wonderland thing with like
how cool.
you know, and it was just like this birthday moment that we have these pictures.
Can you imagine Cal as your mom? How
I
creative
know.
she is?
I was gonna say my
Can you
party
plan our
didn't
next
look
birthdays?
anything
I
like
know.
that. You know, Amazon order.
But there's nothing, and that's the thing is like I wanted to be when I had all intentions of being like just a mom, like not just a mom, but like a mom that you saw your kids daily and that you had your traditions and that you did certain things. And, you know, without pointing fingers, that's not just how it worked out for me. And so in a lot of ways, like for my daughters, like I mourn the death of the mom I wanted to be for that scenario. Like my kids were alive and stuff, but I was apart from them. And so a lot of the memories that I had wanted to build with them, I wasn't able to. So there was like that creative thing of like, half of the reason I paint murals and did all the things that I did was because I wanted them to see like no matter what, I did something with the time that I wasn't with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I wanted it to be like it was good and it impacted people positively. And I wanted my kids to see like that like there was nothing that could be said or not said about me in a way that they could not know that wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I just lived my life. And it's a way that people would maybe not understand the barefoot or the free spirit or this or half the things that I do. But, you know, even that, it's like I get to instill that in my kids. Like my kids will meet a lot of people who do things a different way. Like 90% of the population will do it the way that they tell you, like, go to school. Like, I don't even, half the time I'm like, don't go to school. Like, don't go to college. What do you do? Like, go travel.
Yeah.
Do backpack. Go see the world. Like, God will meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, like this podcast, if you take the leap, he will meet you there. He wants you to take the leap.
Different opportunities. And I think you're too hard on yourself of the person that you wanted to be as a mom. And I mean, it sounds like you've come to a great place of acceptance in your relationship and where it stands. And I really love the idea of the quality over the quantity necessarily, because like you mentioned, I mean, I am with my kids every single day, but am I on my phone quite a bit, still doing something for work? Am I, you know, just having a moment to, you know, so it is beautiful to be intentional with your time. And I love that. So thanks for being so open to sharing that. Speaking of sharing, though, you share your beauty and work and color. You have literally brightened Abilene, the big country, far beyond.
Yeah.
What is it like for you seeing people enjoy your work? I mean, you're like the backdrop, you're a masterpiece of their photos, the wings, the, you know, like
engagements. I've seen people get engaged underneath your murals,
so cool.
Just different things. Yeah.
What do you, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, it's cool. It's cool because it just, man, I just get to be out doing creating something, making something that wasn't pretty beautiful. And that's what I look at the end of the day. Like half the time these walls are falling down or they're just like blank and dirty. And I'm like, what are we mad about? What are we mad about that there's a little more color coming on? Yeah. And of course, when I failed a painting class, I went to one year of art class or college. And I was self-taught after that. I failed to paint. I dropped out of art school because I couldn't do it. I didn't know how to paint. It wasn't until I went through the traumas with like the situation with the girls and stuff like that, I broke into painting. I broke into needing to paint. And really what that came down to was like, life is just, we cannot control life. We cannot control what happens to us. We cannot control anything. What we can control is just feeling it fully, going forward with everything, and it will be messy. The minute you throw up all your stuff on something, it will be messy, but there is happy accidents in everything. That's like an abstract painting. There's these moments that you're like, oh, that's beautiful, and it was unexpected, and I couldn't have planned for that to be better if I tried.
Right.
So what is the point of trying to control the mess? Just let the mess happen, and in that mess capture those beautiful moments, right? And so then it was just like, keep working on the parts you don't like until it's something beautiful. And then that just became kind of the mission for cities, was like, you guys are going to gripe and complain about art or not art or anything. And you're like, but you're okay with this trashy space over here, this broken down, it's like, it's unloved. How about we just put some color in it? And what are you going to argue with me on the backside of that? That it's pretty now?
Too colorful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If there's
Yeah.
joy there, like, okay, like,
That's the thing. You are spreading joy.
You are
through
spreading
your
joy.
work.
yeah, and just
What's your
don't leave it.
What's your favorite one though? I know. Okay, you probably have a lot.
Always
You've
there.
done multiple murals, obviously in Abilene, the Big Country, Texas, other places. But is there one that sticks out in your mind that you just totally were like, "This is it. I remember it," and maybe the story
Oh,
behind
does-
it?
And does it change?
It doesn't. This one probably will
Ooh.
forever be, because I'm an emotional person. I'm a story behind the art person.
Yeah.
And so for the one that we did for Rosie's Roses will always
Oh,
be like
yes.
super special. Just the whole family was involved. They were in downtown. Rosie had cancer. She was like 3.5 or something, 4. She had stage 4 Wilms cancer. And it was so cute because Ted called me to do the roses like on the back of Wanell's building or close by. It's actually the Front Porch Coffee now.
Yes.
And we put up some roses for her. And we said, like, pray for Rosie. And then she came and put her hand in the paint and, like, her
Cute.
little hand for the
So good.
eye. And, you know, it was neat to see, like, oh, so many people came in and took pictures, pray for Rosie, stop off. And they did that for her. And then she ended up beating cancer. And then later when that building sold and it was going to be something new, me and her went back and painted over it
Oh.
together. And we
Yeah,
both
That's
cried.
beautiful.
But it was like it served its purpose.
it did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that chapter, and you obviously have the memories, and incredible that Rosie's remained, cancer free, and but what a poetic
Yeah.
start to finish
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
project,
It
for
was,
sure.
It was cool. It was
I
cool.
love that. Let's give people a little bit of the insight as to how long it takes to do a mural. I know it's probably not,
Depends.
everyone's
probably,
not the same, but maybe even that one or another one that you like in town of like, I mean, I'm assuming like blood, sweat, and tears goes into this, and
It
it's physically
does.
demanding
It
on you.
is. It's very physically demanding. I don't think people definitely don't understand that. We joke about it, like the other muralists, that it's harder than the oil field. Like one of my guy friends that does it, he's like, I've been in the oil field. I'd rather do that than this half the time. It's
Yeah.
just wind and elements and sun and scaffold. You're carrying stuff all the time, paint buckets, loading it from this point to that other point, or
It's a good
the
workout.
ground, you know,
Yeah, you're strong.
we project some of the stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work, or there's lighting, or there's not electricity, or it's just constant. It's just constant problems to figure out. But you know, I don't know. It's just it's like you guys. I'm sure y'all have the same thing. You're just things you deal with, and you're just like, okay, we can just get through this. But I'm just trying to lately, like, really try to see things positively, and really, even if it's a chaotic thing, just like sit back and enjoy your coffee in that moment. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
stop building any way negativity can come back into a situation by not giving it any power.
Yeah.
I love that. And
You know what I
something
mean?
all moms watching can take note of, regardless if you're doing a mural
Mm-hmm.
or something
Yeah, and
at home.
man, and being a mom, like, guys, like, I swear, you have a baby and your whole world changes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Whether you want it to or not. Like, you're like, you just feel this, like, I can't leave this thing ever. And this
Yeah.
is like this, you know, this becomes
Yes.
you. And it's really hard to find the time for yourself. And people are so hard on themselves. Moms are so hard on themselves. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? And for me, I can only tell you is like, take the time for yourself. Take the time for your passions. Take the time away. It is okay. I can tell you right now, like for me, with the grandparents thing of being around, like that truly is the purest form of love that the kids will experience on this earth if you have good grandparents, because they just want to love, right? And it's our role. We have to also teach.
Yeah.
So we love, but we also have to be
Show them
harsh
the
and
way
teach,
of the
right?
world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like even in that, you want them to just have the freedom for them to go mess up and do what they do, and then they come back to you for advice and stuff like that. But I can just tell you that, like, not being around the way that I want to be, or even being far away, if anything, it's like brought us closer.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry and stress. Like, you are mom no matter what you do in this world. Try not to be a jerk. And you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, your kids are literally wired to love you and want to be with
They
you.
are.
So if you intentionally can at least just show up for the things that you know matters to them, like you're fine.
You're doing it. Yes.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be okay.
It is going to be.
Cal
okay.
speaking words of wisdom over here to our mamas.
I'm
I love
telling you.
it. So we
okay.
talked a little bit before we got on here about your new show, your YouTube show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So give us a
Tell
little
people
insight
who
into
don't know
that
about
and
it.
what it is.
We did a little Cal's Hometown Revival, 6-episode season of just going to small towns, adventures we have there, doing artwork there. It's on YouTube. It aired on Destination America by Discovery Channel. And we have a season 2, like, paid for. We just are kind of still waiting if we're going to go down that path for the season 2 or not. But you can watch all the reruns there and check it out. It's fun.
Do your kids like to see you? They're like, oh, my mom's Cal. Like, they know that you're kind of famous, like in this area.
You're a
and
big
all-
deal
you
around
are.
here, and you're a local gal. That's what
Yeah.
I think
No,
makes
my
it.
kids talk trash.
I mean, that's
okay,
what kids,
good.
they're at that age, you know.
Yeah.
It was cute though because this show for me was kind of that like sticking point for what I said earlier of like I wanted to do something for the even for them to have later that they could be proud of. Like it's just such a wholesome show and feel good show, and I think that like my oldest, she was like, I said I don't even know if anybody will watch it. I said, but we did it, and she was like, well, I'll watch it.
Aww.
You know what I mean? And it's just
You
like
got one viewer. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
you
That
have
was
more
what
for
it.
sure,
That's
but-
what it was. Is there for
Love it.
That's wonderful. How many? I don't know if we addressed this already on the podcast, but how many like works of art? I mean, you don't just do murals too. I think we focused a lot on murals, but are you keeping busy with other artistic jobs, gigs?
Yeah. We do. I just put together a team. And so I'm kind of trying to take more of like a backseat to the manual labor of the stuff and being more of an art director. So
Good for you.
I'm collecting artists of all different kinds of everything and just kind of going to be like a director. So when someone needs art done, I can install sculpture, video, the right style for the right person, the right price point, all that kind of stuff. Kind of work as like an agency within my connections. And then put together these big projects. Because I really love the business side. I really love the meetings. I love the connections part of it, and just the overall vision of it.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't like so much being the workhorse. I've done that for 10 years straight now.
You've earned your keep.
Yeah, I know. I know how much it sucks. I don't need to be reminded. You know what I mean? So we're doing that, and then I do canvas pieces at home. Man, I would just love to go down a completely different path of stained glass or
Ooh.
the other thing. I'm going to put it out there right now. I want to sell my house this year. I want to go on like a 2-year backpacking thing. Yeah, because my son is going to live with my ex-husband because he's a boy and they're kind of getting that. And I'm like, and that's the other thing I believe in too. Like this whole everybody has one person forever. Kids need the different parent at different ages.
Yeah.
About every 4 or 5 years, they shift on, I think, personally, who they need to be kind of around at that time. Like when they're babies, mom. Yeah. And then when they're from 6 to 11, they want to play toy. This is like dad. And then they kind of shift back into interested in mom and then shift back like he needs a man. He needs to grow up and be around his dad. So we're going to be around, but I'm hoping that he homeschools. See, I'm like anti-school too. I hope he homeschools so that he can like live out of a backpack and like go places and I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
So where are you going to go in your backpacking adventures?
Listen,
And
you don't even know?
Obviously, we can't go with
Are
you.
you just
I don't
getting in
know
the
yet.
car?
Well, I know for sure I want to go to Antigua.
Oh, I
Guatemala.
love.
Oh, wait.
I thought you were going to be Antigua, the
Is it
island.
Antigua?
But is that right?
I don't know.
No,
Maybe I'm
that's
mispronouncing it wrong. I don't know.
Sounds like multiple places to go, Cal.
Very uncultured. I just want to go, okay?
Just go.
But no, I want, because like everything's changing around here. Okay, so this is my thought process is like I literally live on the road anyways.
Yeah.
I
Always
stay
in your
a
car.
yes, I stay in a freaking town for a month at a time painting, and I'm home. I'm paying bills twice. I'm paying these things twice. You know, the girls are in close to Dallas. I got Caden who floats back and forth, but he doesn't care. He's just down for whatever, and he's finally getting to the age he's starting to get adventurous and starting to understand what I've been slowly seeping into his mind. That you're like, what are you doing? Like, start a business. Like, what are you doing? Just have
fun.
break out
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
You're at home. You have no
Yes.
bills. Start a business.
Yes, embrace, live in the moment, right?
So I want to go, and I want to. I think maybe we're looking at bidding the Baker Hotel for a big mural project. The
wow.
ballroom. We already actually talked to them, so we'll see if we get it. If we get it in 2027, we'd be painting the clouds essentially in the ballroom of the Baker.
Is this the breaking news that we're getting? In
I
our
know,
podcast?
right?
Nobody knows
Here on
about that.
Time
Nobody
for
knows it
Mom
yet.
Time. You
Look
already-
at us.
Breaking
Hopefully,
story.
we better be the first ones that we get a text and say we're doing it. Let's come down.
I will let
Yeah.
you know. I'll
Okay.
give you the post update.
Okay.
But if that were to go through, she kind of put that seed in me a bit about like artists in residence, essentially. Like, hey, there's people who have guest houses. There's people that have Airbnbs. There's people in cities who essentially are like, come live here for a year, do social media, show everybody
So
the
cool.
adventure behind the scenes. You stay for free, trade a art or trade a mural or
Yeah.
leave things behind and kind of go from there. And so I'm just thinking like between connections I have and places I have that I could just bounce around. Like, why not? Why are we like in this mentality that we want to buy a house, get in a bunch of debt,
Mm-hmm.
and then like not be able to leave it? We don't live that way anymore. Neither do we in the school system. Who barely is there a parent that a kid can go to school and play sports and we go to everything,
Yeah.
or can pick them up every day?
You're right.
Yes, it's a big
Get
commitment.
out of there. Stay a month here, stay a month there.
Yeah.
Let's go to Japan. Let's come back. Let's try sushi. Like, that's homeschool.
I love it.
I'm
I'm gonna go home and tell my husband right now.
I know, right? We're done.
We're out. Sell that house.
Pack it up.
Pack it up.
Get, go on the adventure. We live once, and we are so bogged down in this lie we've been told. And that's the thing. Get rid of the guilt. We've been lied to. We've been lied to.
This is the way it's supposed to be and what you have
Yeah.
to do in this order,
Yes.
and this is what's next.
Every time I did all the things. I got the marriage. I got the master's degree. I did all the things. You know what made me miserable? Freaking miserable. So this is like the time I'm like, how about for
Season.
once
Good
I
for
do it the
you.
way that I think it could be fun to do it?
Yeah.
This is why we wanted you on the podcast. I mean, we know that you're a little outside of the lines and, and you're not alone, but even the takeaway for those
Mhm.
who are not as adventurous and ready to pack up the car and sell the house.
Yeah.
I mean, even just finding these moments of opportunity of being a little more free and saying yes to
100%.
things that they may not have, or being like, I have to do this because this is
And
what's expected.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you too. I'm gonna get.
Okay.
It is.
All right, Cal.
All right. This freaking, like, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes nice things. I got it, whatever. But this, like, new thing of, like, I swear to God, if I were going to have a kid right now, I would be, like, so intimidated because everything is like, you have to have a $600 stroller. You have to have
Oh,
this.
yeah, it's
You
a
have to
lot.
have that. You have to have
Yeah.
this diaper, this formula. And you know what? I don't believe that. I believe Granny had it right. My baby can live in a freaking dresser drawer for the first year of its life.
I mean, they don't know. They just want to sleep.
And they think it's cool.
Yeah.
They think it's an adventure. Like, that's fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we are ruining it by doing all this stuff. It's like, make the mud puddle.
Yeah.
Make the
I
mud
love
puddle.
that,
Give them the pots and
yes.
pans. And when you come over, my kids are dirty,
love
and you
that.
judge me, don't come back over
Yeah.
Right.
Don't come
no,
back.
No, no,
because they're having blast.
Yes.
You know what I
It's fun
mean?
to be
Taking the
messy.
pressure off of it. I love
Although,
it.
speaking of that, I don't know, my two children, I have one that loves the mess, all about it. You know,
Yeah.
give him the pumpkin and the jack-o'-lantern insides in there. And the
one's
other one's like, oh no, I'm not touching it. Like, I'm not getting dirty. So it's interesting to, you
Yeah.
know, see what's comfortable and fun for some is
100%.
Yeah.
It won't be. Some of them are like, no. And even my own kids, they have that different personality side. Like, the oldest and the youngest are like best friends and very much like they're like love attention, love to
Mhm.
talk, love things on a schedule, love to be in charge of
Oh.
everything, right? And then me and Maddox, the middle and me, are like, and they are kind of creative in their own ways too.
they have to be.
But we're both are like kind of like little introverted, but I don't get to be introverted when those two are around. It's like,
Yeah.
They
Yes.
like to be front and
Oh,
center.
yeah.
And,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
So it's pretty funny.
that is fun.
This has been fun to get to know you, though. Like,
Thanks.
people
I
just know you as the artist, and this has been kind
And
of.
I knew there's so much more.
So
to
much
yours-
more
I mean,
to
more
you.
than we even have time for in this podcast.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can have you back, maybe even ahead of that big project or on that backpacking adventure.
I
You know,
know.
because as we wrap things up here in a little bit, you are from the big country.
Mm-hmm.
This is home and has been home. You've helped make home brighter. You know, better and more modernized, we can say. So do you think that you'll come back, post all these things? Like, is there always a place for you here? Like,
Oh,
is this
for sure. This is always going to be home. Texas is always home. Small town Texas is always home. But honestly, like family and home, like all those lines have been blurred for me. Like I didn't grow up with a big family. Like I told you, every time I try to fit into a normal box, it blew up. And so I have accepted that I was not supposed to be there. I wanted to be there.
Mhm.
I wanted to be normal in every way, shape. Many years tried to be. There's something that pushes me out every time against my will and says no. So I have finally gotten to a point where I'm like going to accept that.
Mhm.
And the only other piece of like advice, not that anybody asked me, would be like if your kids, that I love this, is like my job as a mom or your job as a mom. I don't know. I can't imply this on anybody. It's just one of those things that I look at it like this, like they are their own independent
Mhm.
human being with dreams and passions and things that go on inside them, that it is so fun to watch and to know that that's a part of you that created this thing, right? And it's our job as parents to literally punish severely the things that are absolutely anti, which is like being a bad person, like
Yeah.
be a good human being. There are certain things my kids know that if they get close to a line, they will see psycho me.
Yeah.
Rather than that, you'll never see her. But if
Mhm.
you get close to being like a bully or a liar or things that I know will not be well for you in life,
Yes.
those are no zones.
Yeah.
Everything else is like love and good and fun. We don't take anything else more seriously. You'll get in less trouble if you just tell me the truth.
Yes.
If you just tell me the truth, I won't get mad at
The
you.
most important
If
thing.
you lie to me, oh boy. And so we just have fun. If you bring home a puppy, okay, well, I guess we have to deal with this puppy. Or we do something that just, there's no reason to get upset about this stuff.
Don't
Because
give my kids any ideas.
Yeah,
though, on the
no, they
puppy thing.
need-
Hold
they-
on, my
come
kids
on,
are
you
begging
gotta
for that dog.
get 'em the
Cal, this
puppy.
is trouble, but I
Get 'em the
love your
puppy.
I'm gonna
acceptance.
bring a puppy to your house.
and then the last thing is you just have to just stay out of the way, because it's your job not to control them.
Mhm.
It's your job just to be there, so that when they come and say, hey, this is what's going on, I say,
Mhm.
here's probably what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you 3 different things
Yeah.
of how that's
Outcomes.
probably going to go. But it's up to you, and I trust you.
Yeah.
Make the
Mhm.
good one. And then they make the good one, and they do the thing, and they don't have to know. And I'm like, I would have had to made the bad decision,
Yeah,
but they are cool with it.
I love that.
So,
Cal,
but yeah,
with
get
the
the puppy.
advice. I love
Get the
the
puppy. Just get 7. Who cares?
Get 7. Oh my gosh, we're in trouble. Well, Cal, thank you again for taking this time. I know you just got done with a big project in Snyder as well. So thanks for, you've got your coffee here. And
She needs it,
Yes, yeah. Enjoy, as you said earlier, enjoy
will.
the space.
I will.
We
Yeah.
would love to follow up with you in the future. So
Of course.
thanks for being on
I
time for
know.
mom time with us.
Love it. So next week we're going to be talking about Halloween traditions and how we grew up with Halloween and how our kids are kind of embracing it. And it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be just us two, some mom time, some girl time, talking about all the fun things with Halloween.
Yeah, we're excited. We both love Halloween, so
do.
hopefully you will have some part of Halloween that you enjoy too. But we'll get into some other things too, just on the candy philosophy, the parent candy tax. I don't know if you have one of those.
Take all the
Stacie.
candy from them.
And costumes, and we actually have a costume planned as well. So we look forward to you joining us for that. But that will do it for us for now. And be sure to join us each week, because every mama story is worth telling. See you next time.
See you then.